when I graph it, I'm going to go left 1 and down 6. 6. And I'm going to use my my slope, my A value, my stretch. So I'm going to rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1. Rise 4, run 1 the other way, and then do your V. All right, so if I were you, I'd pause your video and do your examples. Instead of horizontally stretching, same thing here, make that vertically. I forgot to change that. Vertically stretching. All right. All right, so now I'm down to number 5. So number 5, it gives me in function notation, and I want to do the verbal descriptions and write an equation. So the negative, it's kind of hard to see maybe in the video. Oh, there it is. The negative here in the front is going to be a reflect. The plus 3 is going left 3. And the minus 2 is going down 2. To write an equation, instead of having the F, I'm going to put the bars. And then I'm going to graph it. So I'm going to do my vertex by going left 3 and down 2. Left 3, down 2. And then I'm going to reflect, so I'm going to make sure my V is flipped upside down. Because there's no number there, it is an understood 1 over 1. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and do my V. Okay. Number 6 says the equation g of x, equals this, can be used to represent the function from transforming this graph. So write the verbal description. So the negative is reflecting. The 1/2 is compressing. The minus 3 is going right 3. All right, now if I want to write it in function notation, I'm going to write it with the F. So the negative, let me zoom out a little bit. The negative 1/2 is still on the front. Instead of the bars, I'm going to put the F with the parentheses, x minus 3, close your parentheses. And then we're going to graph it. So I'm going to go right 3, and that's my corner point. And then I'm going to use my A value to do your slope. So I'm going to go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, and then draw your V. All right, so if I were you, I would pause your video and do your 5 and 6. All right. Number 7 says g of x was obtained by translating the function up 2 units. And this is asking about domain and range. So first I need to graph this. So if you want a function, the up 2 is going to go on the outside as a plus 2. So on my graph, I'm going to go up 2. And then there's nothing changing with your slope, so it's still going to be 1, 1. No stretching, no compressing, no reflecting, none of that. So if nothing changes, it's just up 1 over 1. All right, so it says write the domain and range of g. So pay attention to what it's asking for. G of x is your transformed guy. So I guess I should probably write that as g. All right, f of x is the parent function. All right, so we're doing the domain and range of this graph right here. See, I said graph G. So your domain is going to go forever left and forever right. Your range is going down all the way to 2. It's a bracket because it's a point, and up to infinity because those guys are arrows. And then it says, is the domain and range different from your parent function? So remember, your parent function looks like this. And so at the parent function, your domain is going to always go forever left, forever right, because it's a V. It'll forever go to the left, it'll forever go to the right. But your range might change. So your range on your parent function is going down to 0 and then up to infinity. So we would say, yes, the range was shifted up to, just like your graph. So the range was also shifted up 2 units. Or some other explanation. Okay, so let's look at another one of those guys.